Hey friends, Lucian here with the Bullish Bears team, making the watch list video for Tuesday, what is it, December 5th. Man, I was thinking it was October or September. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. But yeah, so let's get started here. Going to make the daily watch list as well as the swing trade watch list. We're going to start off with DTW. I was watching that one earlier this morning. DTW, that's definitely going to go on the watch list. Again, looking for stocks that held their highs in the day. This one just, it's holding its highs really nicely into the close, right at a $0.50 amount, which I like to see. So that one's easy to look at or above 350. That's definitely one to keep an eye on. So I'm going to create that alert here. ASTC. So this one, it's not really holding its highs. It went up, kind of pulled back. I think I might still put it on at or above this 486. It still had a big close today, or a big jump or breakout area. Obviously like to see it stay above this 200 SMA line. So we'll put that at or above 486. Obviously be careful at $5 of resistance. And then obviously we're at pullback here today, 537. So yeah, we'll put it at or above 486. And again, if you're new watching these videos, when we make these watch lists, we're looking for stocks that are ideally holding their highs on the day for potential further continuation the next day. Obviously, you have no clue what a stock's going to do until the next day when it opens. But what we do is, if we take our watch list at night, right, that we create, and then we pull it up in the morning in conjunction with trade ideas. If you haven't liked our fan page yet, obviously like our fan page and follow it here. We're the Bullish Bears. We actually also, just to show you here, we have our stock market community. If you're not familiar, almost 20,000 members. We call ourselves Stock Market Community. And then our Bullish Bears is our fan page, just to differentiate the names between our group and our fan page. But every morning we post trade ideas, pre-market movers over here. So you'll see, all right, my computer's running slow here today. Not sure what, there we go. You'll see every morning we post the trade ideas pre-market movers as well as Benzinga's pre-market movers. We have the links below to our affiliates with Benzinga and Trade Ideas. So we get you community discounts of 15% for Trade Ideas one time and one time of 25% for Benzinga. They're two of our favorite tools that we use to find potential stocks to trade. So one's a breaking news site in Benzinga, and Trade Ideas is the scanner. So obviously news hits the alert or the news service. Like a Benzinga, obviously it creates potential volume. The volume then hits the scanner. So that's why these two companies with Benzinga and Trade Ideas really complement each other. So what we do is we check the pre-market news and seeing what stocks are moving with the highest gappers, right? So this is Trade Ideas highest gap or high of day or pre-market gap scanner. And we're looking for stocks that are basically doing some type of movement pre-market. So we take whatever's running in the pre-market along with our watch list, and then we narrow it down to a handful of stocks. You'll see I kind of do this over here, just kind of like a handful of stocks that I'm watching in the morning. And then you're just obviously watching for patterns and then looking if you're looking to do a scalp on them or not. So if you're day trading, you're looking to scalp, get in, get out. If you're looking to do a swing trade, you're looking to hold maybe a day or a few days. And then obviously if you see a good setup and you're going to hold it longer, you're just looking at longer time frames like weekly or daily, weekly, monthly charts if you're going to look to potentially stay in a trade longer. But we find our trades using Trade Ideas. So basically our routine is just coming every morning, looking at our watch list with Trade Ideas and then watching a handful of stocks to trade. And then we wait. A lot of times, stuff that we're watching even pre-market with Trade Ideas or on our watch list doesn't run. And then something will pop up on Trade Ideas high of momentum day scanner. And that's really where we find all the bigger plays, is really when the market goes live, you can actually see what's running and what people are getting into live. So that's how we pretty much what we're looking to do each day. And we set our alerts for key breakout areas and then determine. This is where you're going to determine as a trader whether you're going to take that stock long or whether you're going to take it short. So when you see these key alert areas that we put over here, excuse me, into our into Thinkorswim, these are key areas of potential continuation. Let's say again, like DPW. If the stock goes above 350, that you're going to determine whether you're going to try and get an entry before then or right after a break of 350. If it retests as close to that support, because that resistance of 350 would now become support, you'd ideally like to get entries close to as 350 as possible. And then obviously, watch the patterns form and make sure you take your profits, look at key resistance levels, or you can determine, let that 350, let it break, let it form a top, and then short at the top back down to support areas. Or you could watch and see if it fails 350, let's say tomorrow, and then obviously look for, potential support areas on the way down, shorting it, and if it gets rejected at that 350, shorting it down and looking at support levels. So that's really what these alert levels are. They're guides for you, and you're going to determine whether you're going to take them long or take them short. So the other thing we do, and we suggest to people, so this is our fan page, obviously, like and follow it. Take a look at our trade ideas in the morning, and then you come over to our website and make sure that you enter our trading room. We did some changes to it, a whole upgrade to it about a week or two ago. And as you can see, the bull over here bouncing here, this is our new trade room. So if you just click on it, boom, it's right on our website. You can see who's in there and just watch people and what they're talking about, right? So you can see right here, DPW is climbing, right? You come over here and DPW, obviously it is climbing. It's been climbing all day long here. So, that's what you do. So if you're new and you're looking to learn trading, come over to our website, first of all, and just take our $3,000 worth of courses. This is going to keep you busy for the next few months. And then come in here and join our free live trading room. And then come in each morning with your watch list that we send out each night. So we send you guys the watch list by email. So make sure that you subscribe by email, or you can see the, excuse me here. Right here, you can click on the banner here, subscribe by email, and you'll get our nightly watch list. And then you'll, again, use it in conjunction with trade ideas in the morning. You'll come in here, you'll join our free trading room. You'll take our free courses, which will show you how to set up your virtual platform. We highly recommend using Thinkorswim, but interactive brokers or other ones are good as well, as long as you have a good virtual account. And then you go in there and then you just practice every single day. If you're doing day trading, swing trading, doesn't matter. We talk about day trades and swing trades in our trade room. Again, choose whether you're more long or short bias and just go in there and practice every single day. We are not a trade alert service in the sense of we're going to give you what trade to get in and out of. Again, I'm not going to go on a whole rant about that. You can read about our trade alerts. Our trade alerts, we believe, are better than paying for some company to call out trades to you, because we're empowering you by giving the key breakout levels yourself. You're choosing your entries and exits, and you're not relying upon us and chasing us to get in and out of trades. So we actually do send out trade alerts each night. Again, make sure you subscribe right here and read about them, which are these key breakout areas that we're showing you here, and we're giving them to you. So you're not, again, relying upon us to get in and out of the trade. You're making your own trading decisions. And is that harder? Does that take more time? Absolutely. But is it better for you as a trader? Absolutely. If you're in control of your trading decisions from start to finish, that's going to be the best way for you to become a successful trader, not relying upon us or any company to call out trades to you, especially, again, in our trade room. That's why you won't see Tim, Dan, or myself in there saying, hey, get in this trade and get out of this trade. We don't put those levels in because we're not making you reliant upon us. We let our trade room, we kind of let it run itself, where we're kind of guides. We're in there. We'll be in there a lot more in the coming months. We just have a lot going on with our business. We're expanding huge. As you guys can see, there are so many people joining on a daily basis with us and following us. So we're doing lots of business stuff behind the scenes, but eventually we'll be in there even a lot more. helping you guys out. But again, we don't want you dependent upon us. We want to be able to walk away, from the trade room after talking and interacting with you guys, and just let you guys interact with yourself. Let it be self-sustaining, self-sufficient. We want you to be, again, teaching yourself to become a good trader and letting us be your guide. So that's kind of our whole motto, is just, again, not trying to make you depend on us, but really help you to become a good trader yourself. So we already talked about DPW, ASTC. Let's look at PXS. Nope, don't like it. LTUM. Yeah, kind of, but I don't know if I really like this pattern right now. TAT. Let's see here. Lots of wicks here. No, I'm not going to put that one. AKER. That one could potentially go on. That's got that resistance at 77. Basically, from 62 cents right here, I'd be careful at 77, which is that 50 SMA. But, it's a potential continuation. So obviously, if you got in, it's still a little bit too close, 67 to 77. It's just not enough room for me, so I'm not going to put that on. MNTR, I think that's one of these pot stock sectors. Stocks, pot stocks are going crazy right now. So you'll see 147. This is easy. I'll just put it at or above 150. So 150 is going to be the key resistance level. See if it rejects and falls or goes above. If it goes above, a break fall below $1.50 would be potentially a bearish sign. So we'll just put it at or above 150. MNTR. CPH or CPSH. Nah, just way too crazy. CAN, another pot stock. Let's see here. So we'll put this one, I'm just going to put this one at or above, well, it says 305. Yeah, I'll just put it at or above 305. Obviously, 341 is the yearly high, so be careful of that area. Keep an eye on that. Let's see here. Change this to red because I like to kind of change the key breakout areas to show it just a little bit more color, differentiate. So at or above 305, CAN, pot stock. It's a garbage pump and dump stock, but hey, it's moving. MSDI. Let's see. That's potential. Yeah, let me remove these drawings. So we'll put at or above 85 cents. Obviously, be careful of $1, and then you can just see these wicks from there. So at or above 85 cents. Again, be careful at $1. And then it could be kind of a crapshoot from there. Obviously, all these wicks could just be a little bit crazy. But we will put MSDI on the watch list. CRMD. No. APVO. No. GLBS. Potentially. Let's see here. Let's put that right up at or above 127. You can see 153 to that 161 is a potential gap up that might want to fill at some point. You can see the 9 is crossing over the 20. That's a bullish sign. So obviously this one will be at or above, put that 126. I'll just put at 127. And again, there's no guarantee that it's going to go up and fill that gap. But, again, all gaps must be filled at some point. Just a matter of when. So this is, some potentially bullish signs if we can get over this area to potentially move up forward. So GLBS. I don't like these 5 symbols, 5-letter stocks. I just kind of avoid them. PETZ. It just not my preference. I don't like to, or it's my preference. I don't like to trade those types. So this is a potential, let's see right here, 767, what is that, 854. This is a potential reversal sign. You can see it's been completely faded. I had this doji candle, green candle here. It is holding its highs on the day. What is that, 761. Let's see, I'm going to put at or above 760. Obviously, be careful of this 9 EMA is now overhead resistance, but 760 to 850, you know, it's got some potential room to run. Again, no guarantees that's what's going to happen, but that's where I would look. Again, if you get in, oops, I already did that. At or above 7, let me just change the color on it. So as you can see, it's kind of like holding its highs on the day, right around that 750-ish area. But I'd be aware of that other candlestick over here from a couple days ago. Up here, got up to 758, which is right over here. So I'd like to see it ideally clear that. But 760, I'd be careful around $8, and then 850 at that 9 EMA if it reverses. So this is one, again, potential swing trade, depending on your entries. You know, if you got an entry down here and you see that it's going to continue to go up over a few days and it breaks above that 9, it's got some room up to the 20, but obviously it has to get above that 9 EMA, which is overhead resistance. the 4 U's. Nope. FAGI, nope. KODK, no. PZRX, no. HEB, nope. Eyes. No, I don't like it. CRNT, nope. CIE, no. LMFA, nope. OHRP, no. AEZS, KIQ, CYCC, no. DSS, it's not bad. I just don't like the look. This is just like a messy chart. Don't like it. RPRX, BLPH, DFFN, BGFV, nope. VCell, that one's got some potential, but I feel like it's a 5-cent spread stock. Yeah, it looks like everything's moving in 5 cents. I don't like those 5-cent spreads. FTR, no. RRD, ALO, Jill, AVID, no. VSI, TNP, SCYX, Fran. Okay, Fran might be one. Let's see. So Fran will put at or above 783. Obviously, you want to be careful at around $8, just because it's that psychological whole dollar amount. So at or above 783, being aware of $8 as a resistance area. If you got a good entry and it continued up, obviously if it falls back down to 783 or below, that's a problem. But if it goes and rejects a little bit at $8, pulls back and goes forward, if it breaks $8, this thing could have some room to run. So FRAN. Again, now we'll go into doing the swing trade watch list. Again, some of these ones with these on the daily watch list, you can swing trade them. That's all a matter of your preference. Just be very careful. These small cap stocks between less than $10, or a lot of them are just garbage companies. So you got to be careful. They pump and they dump. They're not slow movers like some of these ones that are $15 up to $100 for a swing trade. So you want to be careful holding them a little bit longer. There's usually that 3-day rule. Like after 3 days, they usually get dumped. Now sometimes they'll go 4 or 5, but they don't go much more than that without having massive pullback. So you can afford to stay in them longer if you get a really great entry. But we're just all under the motto of teaching people take your profits. You can always find re-entries. Always find your entries as close to support as possible. The 9 EMA, this blue line, is a very great area of support. The closer you can buy to the 9, the better. Again, we use the 9 and the 20 exponential moving averages. Some people use the 13. So if you're a fan of the 13, you don't really need the 9 or the 20. So you would just use the same strategy with the 13 as you would with the 9 and the 20. So if you're looking to use the 9 and the 20, you look to get as close to support as possible with the 9 EMA. But if you're using the 13 EMA and not the 9 and the 20, same strategy applies. Get as close to the 13 EMA as possible. Let's take a look at the markets, because everybody, people can say, oh, what a huge day. I had a huge pullback and a big drop even on Friday with all the news of the Trump stuff. But, again, we try to tell people it doesn't matter what the news is. Obviously, news affects things. What matters are the charts, the technical. So you can have a huge drop in the day, but the huge drop in the day that's even news driven doesn't mean that it's necessarily bad for the markets. So you can see these two crazy red candlesticks right here. You could be like, oh, that's just a bad thing. That's terrible. But is it really? If you look over here, this huge green candlestick was overextended. It has to pull back to the 9 at some point. So regardless news or not, it was a matter of time that it would just pull back down here anyway before it goes up. Sometimes it'll go 2 or 3 days. Sometimes it might go a week. Sometimes it might go a day. But as you can see, this thing pulls right back down. It goes right and almost bounces right off that 20 EMA, pulls back up, closed above the 9. That's still bullish. Now it goes back up, gets kind of overextended again today in the daily. What's it do? It kind of pulls back down, and these dots right here are the 5 SMA. And as you can see, it's riding above the 5 simple moving average. So it's still bullish. So it doesn't matter what anybody says or anything like this market is going down or people are afraid or whatever. Follow the technicals. You can see just look at it. The market just keeps going up, and every time it gets dropped back down, people buy the dip. Every time it goes up, comes back down, they buy the dip. Up, down, buy the dip. Up, down, buy the dip, and it goes up until price starts closing below. So, this is a bearish sign. That's not good when it's below this. But when the 9 is still over the 20 and still going up, that is a bullish sign. Until these 9 and the 20 start crossing over and heading downwards, that's where the trend might be potentially fading, where you see something like over here, it starts to fade and it's falling down. You can see the EMAs pinching and falling down right here. But what did they do? They came in, they bought the dip right back up. The 9 crossed over the 20, and then hence it continued going back up again. What goes up must come down, but it doesn't mean just because something comes down doesn't mean the market is going to crash or something's bad. So if people can be like, that's a huge drop, it's falling, but in perspective, you got to look at the charts long term and see where those are at support and resistance levels. Draw your trend lines, and as you can see, it's just following the trend and moving upwards, right? It's still in that channel. So that's where, again, we tell people always chart your stock. All right, so let's get into the swing trade watch list for tomorrow. Swing trading is a whole different animal. It's we use a few different scans. Let me just go over here. Edit 412.5. We use several different scanners because we're looking, for different crossovers and just seeing what looks, as the best setup. So it's not just as simple as whatever's holding its highs in the day. We kind of excuse me here. This is where I want to go. We are just looking for different indicators to find potential different setups. Again, if you're not familiar how we do this stuff, you want to learn day trading, swing trading, all that kind of stuff, again, take our courses. We have a basic stock course, a day trading course, with our momentum trading. So day trading is more of your basic course. Momentum is more advanced day trading, and then swing trading with our scanners and how we look and set things up. So if you're looking for training, come over here and take these courses. We do still ask, we get people that are just asking us, lots of times, they'll ask us questions sometimes we get people that just, some newbies that kind of like, again, we don't fault them. We don't know if sometimes like people are being legit or they're trolling us, but I think some people sometimes are like, why don't you give me trade alerts and why don't you do that when, and they don't understand what we're doing is trying to teach you to become a better trader. We're trying to help you. And again, not make you reliant upon us. We're giving you the tools, and we try to tell people all the time. Some people will call and they'll try to email and they'll get questions answered about stuff that we tell them to take it in our courses. So it's kind of like we're giving people the content we're giving to you, but it takes hours of studying and hard work. You need to do these things first before like you can just, you got to crawl before you can run, or crawl, then to walk, and then to run. You can't just get into trading and start running. It's going to take months, absolute months, hundreds of chart studying, probably hundreds of hours of studying and hundreds of practice trades to be comfortable trading. So that's when we tell people when they reach out to us, take our courses, join our trade room, do these things, practice, join our trade room and practice other traders. It's literally because that's the best way you're going to succeed. There's no easy path to success as a trader. There's no sexy path. Nobody has the magic trade alerts that are going to make you rich. Again, we try to tell people with trade alerts, right? If you pay for a trade alert service and you're reliant upon that company, remember, first of all, over 90% of traders fail. That's a statistical fact. Now, of the traders that are successful traders, they still only pick trades, winning ones, 60 to 70% of the time, and that's for themselves, right? So if the best traders in the world only succeed 60 to 70% of the time, and then you pay for that trader or that company's trade alerts, if they're failing 40% of the time, that doesn't mean you're going to fail 40% of the time. You're going to fail a lot more, probably over 50% of the time, because you're chasing them in and out of those stocks along with thousands, hundreds, if not thousands of their followers. So your success ratio with those trade alerts are going to be a lot worse. So when somebody has a position, calling it out to their group, and they're still only succeeding 60 to 70% of the time, again, it's going to be much worse with you. So again, that's what we're all about, is teaching you how to become a good trader. Started to beat in a dead horse, but sometimes it frustrates us when people send us emails at time, almost trying to get the quick fix. There is no quick fix in trading. There is no magic or secret formula, and absolutely nobody can tell you what a stock is going to do, because all it takes is one trader that comes in and sells a huge position when somebody's buying, or when everybody's buying. It just takes one seller to come in and tank that stock. Or when everybody's selling, it just takes one big buyer to come back in and prop it back up. So that's why technical resistance, learning, charting, doing all these things takes a lot of time, a lot of effort, and there's no easy way around it. So that's my little rant, my sidebar rant. Again, if you need trading, come over to our website. So getting into the swing trading watch lists over here. Some of them, we have multiple scan setups, so some of them might be duplicates. So I just kind of breeze right through it. So if you see a duplicate, just ignore it. That's what I do. And I just kind of try to look for a handful of stocks where, again, you want to trade the best setups. You don't want to trade just to trade. Same thing with day trading. If you're day trading, you're looking to maybe ideally get into 1-2 good trades a day. You're not looking to trade ideally 10 or 20 stocks a day. That's over trading. It could be overwhelming. Wait for the best setups. If the setups don't happen, don't trade. With swing trading, you're not necessarily looking to do 1 trade or 2 trades every single day. That would be nice if you get great setups. You're looking for 1 to 2 good trades a week, right? So it's just finding the best setups on the daily and finding them, 1 to 2 good trades a week. Got to determine what your trading goals are and then just kind of do the strategies behind it, right? If you're looking to make $1,000 a day, that's kind of breaking down. If you bought 10,000 shares at 10 cents, that's $1,000. If you're looking to make, if you're looking at a 5,000 share position, that's 5,000 shares times 20 cents, or 5 trades at, what is it? I'm losing my math here now. My brain's fried, but you get what I'm saying. Well, swing trading, same thing. You might be looking to, make $1. If you're looking to make $1 on the trade or make $1,000, that might be 1,000 shares that move $1, right? So you're just looking over a few days or a couple days with swing trading, and just using the same risk management strategies, protecting yourself, finding the proper entries as close to support, selling near resistance levels, taking your profits, looking for reentries. Again, always take your profits. So, PBH. Nope, don't like it. CBS. That one looks really good. I like that one. So this one I would do at or above 60.14. Now be careful of some of these wicks over here. These wicks could trap you, but really it's that 62, whatever, that 62.67, that 200 SMA. You have a good window here of, you have a 2 to 250 window of potential movement forward. You see this 920 crossover. That's bullish. Again, nobody can guarantee if this is going to go up, but you'd want to see at or above 60.14. If it falls below 60.14, that's potentially a bearish sign. Got to watch the charts. But for potential continuation up, you want it to break that 60.14 level. Nope. WEN. Let's see. 1544. I don't like. It's too close to a lot of this resistance area, so I don't like it. IP. No. PAGP. Nope. C's. No. SNI. Again, I'm a lot more pickier with these swing trades. Because, again, with swing trading, you don't want 10 or 12 on your list. You want less than a handful just to focus in on them. So you don't want to be in too many trades. It can be distracting. Oh, don't like those. So, SONC. Yeah, that one looks pretty decent. If it can get above $27, that's perfect, right? Whole dollar amount. If it can clear that whole dollar amount, past that candlestick wick, this could have some room to run. At or above $27 is something that I like, right above a whole dollar amount, and use that whole dollar amount, which is now resistance, as support if it breaks above. So SONC. VSTO. Oh, I don't know what just happened there. ELY. Yeah, that one might be good. Let's see here. At or above 14.77. Obviously, $15 would be some potential resistance, and then 15.63. But at or above 14.77 is basically an inverse head and shoulders breakout potentially. Somewhat of one. You can see left shoulder, head, right shoulder. You can kind of say this was a previous kind of base area. And then obviously it's got to break above $15. In this area, I'm sure there would be lots of volatility. You'd have to watch it. But again, take your profits. If something were to happen, you were to get in that trade, obviously this is going to be this resistance level of 14.77. Then would become support. If it falls below that, that's a bad sign. If it gets above $15, I wouldn't put your stop back down here at 14.77. I'd put your stop probably right around that $15 marker. So if you got an entry and it broke above 14.77, breaks above 15, goes up around whatever, 15, 20, or 30, and then it falls back down below 15, I would potentially get out. It's falling below that whole dollar resistance area, which then becomes support. So again, only you can make the right trading decisions for you. Take your profit. When a stock breaks a resistance area, it then becomes support. If it fails that support area, that's a potentially bearish sign. Yeah, I like this one potentially. Let's see here. I'm going to put at or above $71. So again, whole dollar amount at or above $71. You can see this 73.37. That's the 50 SMA. there's some room for that thing to run. Obviously, you got to be careful in between. Just because it breaks 71 doesn't mean it's going to go to 73, but at least there's room for it to run. KMX. GCI, no. CENX, ETE, PAGP, RCII, some messy charts. AAOI, HRB, Berry, ACAM, nope. Gel, GES, nope. Again, I like to see windows where it's not near resistance areas. Again, if you're like, well, how the heck, you're going so quick, how do I find support and resistance levels? Take our courses, join our trade room, study hundreds of charts, practice making hundreds of trades. We explain it in our free courses. It's just studying. There's no easy way. Studying in massive amounts of practice, that's the sexiest way to become a good trader. I wish that there was a better answer, but there's not. Right here. Perfect. This is a great one. $95. This is BGNE. At or above 95.20. If this can break 95.20, let's do this. I mean, there's a window. This could potentially go up. But you can see this 9 and 20 EMAs are pinching, potentially crossing up. If it gets above that 95.20, this might do a full turn upwards. And then watch. I mean, there's definitely room for this thing to move. Who knows where it's going to go? You got to watch these other areas of resistance, but it's a cleaner chart with not as crazy overhead resistance. BGNE. Let's see here. Too close to these. I like how it's holding its highs. Just too close to these resistance levels. IP. No, don't like these. Perfect. But we still, hey, we got 5 on the watch list that are pretty decent to keep an eye on. If you enter one swing trade a day, that's actually doing pretty good. That's actually quite a bit. Again, you're looking for 1 to 2 really good ones per week. But the whole point being in all this is, again, take our alerts. We're giving you these alerts every single day for free. If you're the type that doesn't want to do the work to do these, again, we don't get this very often. Most people are very appreciative of our alerts and everything that we offer. We get some people that we can tell just like, they seem to want something for nothing and then not do the work to try to become successful. And that's the people that we get really frustrated with because we're busting our butts giving all of the stuff away for free. And then when other people literally want you to do, like, they think that, like, that it's helping them by us just giving them the trades, but they don't realize they're going to fail as a trader that way. Tim, Dan, and myself, we paid for alert services. I actually paid for alert service myself. That was $1,500 up front for the year. Had to pay it up front, and then it was $3,000 a year moving forward after that year was up. All for options alerts that would just be random ones that were sent to me. I thought that was awesome. I was working a job, thought that was a really good thing. Well, hey, listen, when somebody calls out a trade to me, I mean, why wouldn't I want that? I get a text alert or an email alert to my phone, and I go in and I get my options trade. That's a great deal, right? Hey, I'll pay $3,000 a year for that if I can make a few thousand a month. That's a no-brainer. But it would be random trades, right? So now you can think, oh, this is great. I'm at work. I don't have a chance to trade. I'm going to wait to receive that alert. What if you're in the bathroom? What if you're in a meeting at work? What if you're at lunch? What if you were sick that day? What if your boss called you into your office, right? Now they send you out that trade alert. Well, got to remember something. That company, that guru has a position already. They're secure. They're not scrambling. They got in, right? Now, you don't know how many people they're calling trades out to. It could be 2 or it could be 2,000. You just don't know, right? But now they call out that trade. What's everybody that's on their trade list going to do? They're going to scramble to try and get in that trade, whether it's they're buying options or buying stocks, doesn't matter regardless. But what's going to happen now is now there's going to be that scramble. Even a few hundred, couple hundred people running into a stock is going to do what? It's going to hit the scanners. It's going to hit trade ideas, and it's going to draw in more like other traders, right? So now that guru and that company has their position, you're chasing it, you're scrambling, you don't have any clue when you're going to get that random alert, and now you're going to compete with other people, and then you're going to compete with all the other people with scanners jumping into that same trade. Now, hopefully, you got a good entry. Again, over 40% of the trades, these big companies, they succeed only 60 to 70% of the time. You're lucky to get a good fill, and then you're going to get some random alert to sell. What happens if you're in the bathroom? What happens if you're eating lunch? What happens if you're in a meeting that day at work and you get an alert to sell and you can't get out of your position? You're paying for these alert services. My point being is you pay for these alert services. They are a complete and total waste of money. They make you dependent on them. And it's just going to hurt you as a trader because you're not in control of your trading decisions from start to finish. So our alert services, while they might not be sexy in the sense of, hey, we're calling out trades to you, they're actually better. They're better because if you put in the hard work, you input these alerts to your brokerage service every single night, you become your own disciplined trader. If you can't trade because you're at work, then don't trade because you're at work. Don't rely upon somebody else. If you can only trade one day a week, you trade the one day a week and you make it effective, right? You don't rely upon somebody else. You put in the half-hour work. We're doing all the work for you guys. Anyways, when we make these watch lists, right, and we're giving you these trade alerts, just take these symbols that you see here, put them into your own watch list over here. Right-click on these charts, right? Go up here, right-click, create alert. Boom, you create an alert, and then it's set up. You go into Thinkorswim, go to application settings, go up to notifications, enter in your email and your text, and then you're set up. So we do all of this work for you guys every night. Again, most of you guys are appreciative, and we're super thankful for that because that's what it's all about. We're trying to help you guys. But it just gets a little bit of annoying when you get some people that they want it all done for them, and they're just not willing to do the work. The whole point being is we're setting you up. You just need to do the work. Again, not saying you don't want to do the work, but I just get a little frustrated lately with some of these people that just aren't willing to put the effort in to do the work. So again, if you are a member of our community on Facebook, head over to the links below, or you can go over to Facebook. We are the stock market community. Again, just differentiating ourselves from our fan page. We are the Bullish Bears with everything. So make sure you join our community. Obviously, we have a massive amount of people joining on a daily basis, nonstop, almost 20,000 members. Again, then also come over here and like and follow our fan page down over here. Again, we send out trade ideas and Benzinga news and trade ideas pre-market watch list. So we're saving you quite a bit of money without trying to pay for their pre-market, for the tool pre-market, but we still highly encourage you, if you're on a budget, the moment you have some money freed up, get your own copy of trade ideas. The reason why I say that is because, again, if you're relying upon us to say, because we'll be in our trade room each morning, and sometimes we'll just put out a symbol, CEPH is moving or something like that. If you're because that's where we're telling you what's moving on trade ideas live, right? But if you're waiting upon us to tell you that, it might be a 15 or 20 second or 30 second delay before I might call it out, because myself or Dan might be looking at another stock, right? And then we look over at trade ideas and see, oh, CEPH is moving, so we just put CEPH on the trade room. Meanwhile, CEPH may have already had a huge move up. If you had your own copy of trade ideas and you were trading yourself, you wouldn't be relying upon us to call out CEPH to you. So our trade room is a great collaboration, great place to learn. Even if you're a great trader, it's always nice to have a community of other traders. You might be a day trader and somebody's calling out a really nice looking swing trade setup there. Or you might be a swing trader that sees somebody calling out a really nice day trade setup. That's where it's just, again, we're setting up the community of people that are interacting. So you can just go over, again, over to our trade room right up here, click on the trade room tab here. We're no longer on Skype. We have this all really nice set up professionally, nice, easy to use setup, browser based, and just kind of go in here and just interact with people all throughout the day. Again, there's still people on here right now. It's, after market hours, and people just talk. They talk throughout the day and just kind of, they're interactive. So again, if you haven't been over to our website, head over to bullishbears.com. Links are below. Make sure, again, if you haven't joined our community, you can join right over here. Click our banner here to subscribe to our daily watch list and trade alerts. Again, we send out this watch list by email with our trade alerts. That all you need to do, take a few minutes each night or in the morning, before the pre-market, enter the alerts. And then obviously, instead of waiting for us to tell you when an alert triggers, you're going to get it right to your phone. Again, if you don't know with us, we might be in the bathroom. We might be on a phone call. Dan and I might be talking. We might be distracted. We might be dealing with an issue, and we might not be able to get it to you for a minute or 2 minutes later. And meanwhile, that whole move has, you missed the entire move. So that's why you having these alerts yourself with us doing the work just makes it so much easier, but you still got to take it from the last mile of just taking the work we've done and then determining your own entry and exit strategies. Again, we're all about helping you to become a better trader. Again, take our $3,000 worth of free courses. Lots of content. It'll keep you busy for months. There's a ton in there to really learn from. We are a donation-based community, so everything I've been talking about, our trade room, our trade alerts, our free courses, our community, all of that, we could easily be charging $150 a month, but we're not. We are not a membership company. We ideally would like to stay that way. There are no guarantees or promises. We're not saying we never will become membership based, but we don't want to do that. That's not our intention. We ideally want to stay donation based, and we're trying to build a huge community of followers where we can just all learn and grow together. But we do survive and grow off of monthly donations, So if you want to donate to us and you like what we have to offer, just click this donate banner right here, and it'll bring you over to our donation page. We're not greedy. We have donation options for as low as $10 a month, $25 a month. We're just looking for everybody to give a little bit, not everybody to give a ton of money. Again, we are not Bitcoin pumpers, but you might see a banner over, or you will see a banner over on our website with Bitcoin. We are slowly doing some investing with Bitcoin. We partner with a company over here called USI Tech. If you click this banner here, if you want to learn how we're investing in Bitcoin, we're doing it for the long term. You can read our article over here on Bitcoin, kind of research what we're up to, see what we're doing over here, and just how we're investing in Bitcoin long term. Again, we're not Bitcoin pumpers. You won't see us really pumping it. We'll occasionally reply to people if they have questions, but we're all about diversifying our income, and we are investing in some Bitcoin slowly long term. So if you want to learn how we're doing it, you can click on it. And again, our trade ideas and Benzinga banners are over here. The links are below, but if you just go over to our website, make sure to please click on our banners. We don't get credit as a community unless you click on our affiliate links. So we found several times now people will buy something using our promo codes right here, but they forget to click on our links. So make sure instead of going to Trade Ideas directly or Benzinga directly, click on our banners or our links that we have below. And then obviously enter in the promo code that you see here, Bullish Bears 15 in all caps for Trade Ideas, or Benzinga Bullish Bears 25. Just helps us out as a community. Again, there's some people, we had some troll the other day, it was so annoying, that was just like, if you guys were great traders, you wouldn't be trying to make money off affiliate stuff. And we're just like, you know what? I mean, first of all, we never claim to be great traders. Tim, Dan, and myself, we're always learning. As we learn, we continue to give back to you. But at the same point, at the end of the day, when we're not charging for anything, at the end of the day, we still are a business. We're also a business that wants to be profitable and to make money. So if we don't charge people, there's other ways that we have to make money as a business. One is through donations, and then other stuff is through affiliate programs. You'll see we are partnered. We don't have crazy, a million affiliate partners. We have a handful or less than a handful of ones that we that we trust, and those are the ones we put out to the community. So, you know, when some troll has some problem with us making money with an affiliate when we're giving everything away for free, I'm sorry, it just kind of annoys me, but I'm just sorry if I'm ranting on it, but that's how we're doing it. You know, that's, again, this is trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys. We are not membership based. We're trying to grow as a community, but we need everybody's support. So everybody's little bit of donations, or if you buy a product through us, it just helps us to grow as a community. And again, the money doesn't go as far as you think when you have 3 people dividing it up. So again, it's not a poor us thing. We're not making money. It's about, listen, this is our intentions. This is how we're trying to build our community. And we know the majority of you guys are appreciative of it, and we're super appreciative of you guys. So hopefully this watch list helped you guys, and happy trading tomorrow. Enjoy.